Hey guys, it's Dev here, and welcome back to another Ark Survival Update video. And today I wanted to actually cover the recent version, that being version 259 on the PC that actually did release last Friday, and then also the two updates that are coming for console, that being version 509 on the PS4 and version 756 on the Xbox One. And there is a ton of patch notes to cover, so I will be actually jumping around and covering more of the changes than actually the fixes that are coming in this update. But you will see by the screenshots, and if you need to pause whenever on each screenshot just to read through, as that really doesn't interest you, but I will try and cover actually those most important changes and that type of stuff as we go through. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. First off, new tech item, and that will actually be the Tech Tapejara saddle, which has looked really cool, and I have seen a few videos on it, and could definitely be a good thing to have when raiding and that type of stuff. And I believe that will actually be unlocked by the Easy Dragon or the Gamma Dragon. Very cool with that. A new crafting skill will actually replace crafting speed, and crafting skill can actually increase how good of items you get based on like a lucky roll, you could say, and that type of stuff. So it'll definitely be something to mess around with in the game and whatever else. And there actually is a new corpse locator. So upon death, I would assume a beam similar to one of like a drop or that type of thing will actually appear, allowing you to find your body, which is definitely good for starting out and just kind of new players in general. They did change the boss health bars to be colored based on the boss's difficulty. So that's another change. Days are now 25% longer, which is really cool, and nights will remain the same time. So got a bit more daylight, which is always good. A few huge changes, one being the Mind Wipe tonic can now only be taken once per level up. And for players that are level 100, that means you have one more Mind Wipe, and that is it. They did this just so, obviously, you can't just mind wipe and do the crafting speed thing and then mind wipe back just to get better items. You might actually have to make an alt account and get that level up nice and high to actually get some of those better rolled items. They did reduce the blueprints that you can get from fishing, and they did put a max fishing side catchable with a fishing rod based on the type of bait that you're actually using. So honey will be 2.2, leech blood is 1.88, and sap will be 0.94. So it did reduce the fishing rod effectiveness by 35%, but they did increase the Hyperiodon's loot quality buff by 20%, which is very cool, and I know they were pretty decent before that actual buff. Another change is they re-added metal to the volcano, approximately 70% of what actually was there previously before the tech cave was in the volcano, which is very, very good for those island players to get some of those much needed resources back. Another huge change in this update is they actually decreased the mutton effectiveness by 20%. And then they did make additional changes to the kibble system, and they said there is more to come with that. Also, they did rebalance the speed gained per level for players and also land dinos. Just big changes with that. But another thing that I would say is one of the largest changes for PvP in this update is they did reduce the club effectiveness scaling with equality by 55%. So that will actually reduce it by more than half. So you will be looking at 2 or 3 shots to actually knock people out now instead of your 1 or 2, which is a good change, I would say. Like I said before, they did rebalance that speed gained per tame level up on all dinos. Fixed an issue where babies were consuming less food when floating, so that means all of your water glitches and your large raises with that will actually be changed to reduce that, and also changed in general just to make the babies actually be on land like they should be. But they did say they're going to compensate with this by reducing some of how much food some of the babies do eat. Like I know the gigas would just tear through everything if you did have them on land. So that is definitely good. And then regaining health with the babies no longer costs food for babies. They just kind of regain health as they go, as the player kind of does. They did raise the Pteranodon saddle level requirement to 38 from its 35. Just a kind of wacky change, but one I thought should be mentioned. They did decrease the fall damage on tame Gigas, which is very good because I know it was quite a pain if you jumped off a little rock and your Giga decided to eat you instead of the thing you were trying to eat. They improved the landing AI for Quetzals and Wyrens, which is very good, so hopefully they don't just go flying off into the middle of nowhere like they used to, and also you will be able to land where you want to. And then they also did fix a large issue with the Thylicos actually causing a server crash, which was allowing a lot of people to duplicate items. So hopefully this will reduce the number of people duplicating on the game, but quite honestly it will always be broken because there's always people that can hack the system and actually cause the servers to crash by connection and that. So duplicating will always be an issue in the game, unfortunately. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but the Xbox update will actually be coming at 4 p.m. Eastern today. And also the PS4 was not quite mentioned or specified when it will be coming out today, but they did say on Friday that they did have everything set up, so I would assume it will come at a similar time. So look for that. And anyways, if you did go on to enjoy the update video, make sure to leave a like down below and comment any questions you do have in that comment section, and subscribe if you're new. I'll keep you updated on what is to come in ARK Survival Evolved, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.